We're going to do the under-14s first, and I'm going to introduce Richard and Chris, the Mid-Sussex managers, to do their bit first. Before we do that, there are a couple of little bits that I want to say, and a couple of little bits I want to give out. A football team can't run without people behind the scenes to help. A football team can't run with people helping me, helping Richard, helping Chris. It looks like we do all the work, but there are other people that do bits and pieces for us. And they're a great help. You can't do it without them. It's a lot of running around, it's a lot of organising. We've got a fantastic website now for the under-14s that you can see all the information on, that's done by Jason. I haven't got anywhere near the time to do it. If you look at the website, you'll get an idea of what we're doing as a team. I want to start by, first of all, thanking two people. The first person is my wife, because she puts up with all the hassle, the phone calls, the headaches. When we lose, I come home in a bad mood. We don't talk to each other for about 3 or 4 hours, and eventually I calm down. So thanks to my wife for putting up with me for the last season. A lady that does the under-14s finances looks after all the money that comes in and all the money that goes out, and tells me what I can and what I can't spend, is Denise. And Denise took it over for this season and the next 2 seasons. Is that right, Denise? Yes. Did you say yes? Yeah. Okay. Denise, if you'd like to come up, we've got you a little something from the boys here. The last presentation before we go on to the awards is one of our players went into hospital, I think it was last week, and I think it's the 2nd operation. The operation was 9 hours, which in anybody's is major surgery. He's here tonight, and what we've done, Brady, if you'd like to come up and get it, is a signed shirt by all the boys. If we do the Mid-Sussex League first, we've got 2 teams. I don't hide the fact it is a first team and a reserves. We came public with that this season. It has worked, there's no question it's worked. It creates competition. Boys have to strive to get in the A side or the B side, and without question it's worked. We've had a number of players that have gone up, and we've had a number of players that have moved down, got their confidence back, and played really well. It also is designed to do what it did for our goalkeeper, Fraser, broke his leg in the first game of the season. It wouldn't be right to throw the kid back into our A side. The idea was he had somewhere to go and play. With the club's help and rehabilitation, training, etc., etc., he came back, and the idea of a first team and a reserves worked. And I think from a parent point of view, the meeting we had the other night showed how well it has worked. The good news is for the parents that were questioning the Mid-Sussex League, it almost looks certain now that we've been accepted into the Epsom and Youghal Youth League. So it's playing teams like Old, Wall, Cotians. Okay, so every single team you've heard of, NPL Youth, another well-known team. So it's a different challenge, it's a different league, and again it's a raising in the standard of the football. The boys have done tremendously well, and the boys have developed. Everything that me, Richard and Chris have asked them to do in terms of their development this year has paid off. We brought in a coach at the beginning of the year, a guy called Darren. Darren, who coaches Brighton under-14s academy side, has, without question, made a difference. And the improvement to the boys is without question. It's absolutely astounding. And it shows the quality of bringing in a coach. The 4 of us can do it, but we can't do it to the quality or the level that obviously somebody else can, who does it on a full-time basis. So we thanked Darren on Friday when Darren was at training. So, but Darren has contributed the ball signed by the Brighton winning team that won the whatever league it was they're in. So a big thank you to Darren. We're going to hand over now to Richard and Chris to do the Mid-Sussex team and the awards for the Mid-Sussex team.
Evening. First and foremost, I've got to disagree a little bit. We are not a reserve side. We're an improvement side. This gives players an opportunity to drop down a slightly standard of football and get back into the form they've lost, or improve. Should we say at a training standard? But full credit to all the boys. I've got a few thank yous first. Certainly for the parents that turn up week in and week out, stick the nets up for us, take the nets down at the end of the game, and just generally help out running the line and that. I mean, it's really invaluable. It gives Chris and I a chance to actually concentrate on working out tactics and thinking about the game. Quick thank you to the boys as well for the hard work they've actually put in this season. Darren has come in, he's brought fresh ideas, new ideas, and the boys have responded to that. And I think it shows with the number of boys that moved from my side up into Alan's side and stayed there. So full credit to each and every one of the boys. And also finally to Chris. I mean, it's a thankless task doing a manager's job, but doing it on your own is an absolute nightmare. And it needs two of us, without a question of a doubt. But being mindful that fish and chips are on the way, we swiftly move on. Are they? Ah, no! Too late.
Cheryl,
In the warmer.
have you got the money?
Right, quickly, most improved player. Out of a list of three, we had Tom McDonald, who actually swapped positions this year. We moved him from right back, put him into a central midfield role to hold up play. Thought he had a fantastic season, very, very good, and is certainly learning that task that we've asked him to do. We've already mentioned Fraser, new to the side this year, broke his leg, has worked very, very hard with the club's senior goalkeeping coach, and has developed unmeasurably. And finally, Eli. Eli's another one who's swapped positions, moved to centre half. Played a little bit there last year, but this year has really developed in the position. But between Chris and I, for most improved player, we went for Tom. Just in case any of you don't know Paul, Paul Faley is our first team coach. Manager. First team manager, sorry.
That's right.
Manager's player. Again, we've taken from three names. Mitchell had an absolutely outstanding season this year. Dropped into our side, was a regular member with Alan. Dropped into our side this year and has been a revelation. Emmy, new to the side, a converted centre-half when he was playing for his other side, come to us. His power and his running ability is absolutely awesome. He's got muscles coming out of his ear holes. Absolutely superb boy. And then finally we've got Jordan Williams, who slotted in centre-half. He's been there for a while and he's an absolute tower at the back. Everybody talks about John Terry and Vidic for Man United. We've got equally as good. We decided we went for Jordan, the manager's player.
Just for those aren't sure you.
Right, finally one more award. Is that? Oh, right. We've got two more awards, sorry, just been told. We went for Player's Player, and the boys voted for Matty. Right, and last but not least, for our side, we've got top goal scorer. And there's very little doubt about this one. He seemed to revel in the fact that he could score 5 and 6 goals in the game. Absolutely superb. Emmy. Over to you then.
Yeah, cool. Hello, mate. You all
Right, okay. Sorry about that. Just okay. First of all, we're going to do our most improved player. And with the Mid Sussex team, we've got 3 players that we put in the hat and in the running to win this. First of all, Miles. Second, Lewis. And thirdly, Danny. Richard and me agreed, and I discussed it with Paul Jane, who ran the team with me at the beginning of the year, and without doubt, one player stood out, and that is Lewis Bowers. Okay, next one we're going to do is the manager's player. And we've got 3 nominations for that. Joel, George, stand up George, where is he? Yeah, and Danny Leach. The winner of the award between me and Richard and Paul is Danny Leach. The last but one award is the Players' Player, as voted for by the players, and the winner, and I think I would be in agreement with this, he's had an outstanding season, and I think you can see a video on the website of a couple of his outstanding saves, which gives it away. If Nick would like to come up. Nick made his first appearance for the under-18s the other night, so I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know who's won this. All right, Richard talked about him, his power, his strength, and it's down to one person, and the person isn't here unless he's walked in on the quiet. Martin Clark picked him out. Believe it or not.
I'm struggling.
Yeah. The leading goal scorer in the West Surrey League, Emmy. Thank you very much. We'll hand over to Mr. Yeah, well, I'll give out the fish and chips.